go. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic Legend Known Classics. This is episode number 3252, double shot number 3156. We have no trade for Usagi Yojimbo and their team Michiro's Avenger trade. First up is Usagi Yojimbo, Volume 40, The Crow. Yes, on here, this is one of the last years, but I do have another trade to collect it. I do have one of the early volumes, because for Usagi, for his ongoing series, there's not really a lot left to cover for him, because I've already covered the entirety of the Mirage run. I've already covered the pretty much the entirety of the original Dark Horse run. So with this, I'm kind of basically the most recent book up to date with it. But we're thinking, what else is there left to go for Usagi? Well, there is his original company he basically published under, Fantagraph Comics, and also IDW. This one, of course, is the Dark Horse second run, The Crow. It's 5 issues. Yes, it is. 5 issues, and according to the latest number for the book, is issues 275 through 279. Mostly we get introduction of Usagi. First couple pages by Stan Sakai, and then we have Usagi with his cousin Yojimbo. I think his name is Yuki. I think his name is. When they're traveling together, and most of the put, they get indirectly involved with some bounty hunters who takes Yojimbo hostage. And it's about the crow stuff in here. And yeah. Yep, and of course, Usagi introduces Gain to his cousin. And of course they chat, and at one point he does get kidnapped. And there's also a internal struggle with these bounty hunter gang, which after he gets kidnapped, and the boss apparently didn't approve basically the plan by the other subordinates who want to overthrow him. He's like, he wakes up like, oh, I know you. We met on the road to this town. Yes. Yeah, Usagi's the Ronin, like. So he started to a samurai. And along with the song of the soul of a samurai. And then he proceeds to take, I think, one of Ishi's swords and breaks it. Yes, he breaks it. And, of course, Usagi does rescue his cousin, of course. Yes. Yes, he does. And after some stuff with the ruffians, his own group, eventually Usagi's find where he is. He gets freed. He kills a traitor. And then he gets the traitor's sword as a... basically, to pay him back for breaking his sword. Oh yeah, and by the way, he killed him because he stole his purse. His money. Yep. And they go after other people, and that's it. Really interesting here. I thoroughly enjoy this. Yep, and that was the most recent trade for Usagi released. Yes, there's still a few more trades left to go for. On this app, of course, there's about a few more trades on here. They don't have the early ones for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, they apparently don't have volumes 1 through 7 here. I'm not sure why, but they don't. Excuse me. They also apparently don't have the IDW run on here, though they don't think IDW they do have on this app. They do have, of course, one at last review, which was the crossover miniseries with the Turtles. And That's the only thing I have on here. They don't have anything else. I had to order those from different. I had to order something else with those books. All right, so about I give the book roughly a 9 out of 10. Excellent book. Next up, we have is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures Volume 7. Yep, and can you believe we had 3 more left to go for this book? And that's it? Yes. So you're probably thinking, when I finish doing a saga here and G.I. Joe, and Turtles, Turtles Adventures, which has got 3 books left to go. The plan is, when both these 2 books finish up on here, I'm placed it with Transformers and G.I. Joe. Yep. So this book does not contain 4 issues this time. This one contains 5. 23 through 27. The first issue is basically Turtles basically just relaxing in their hot tub, while April just doing her own thing. Yeah, April, for some point, is not a reporter at this point. He is basically like a ninja. And they go stuff with Krang, where he's like on his own. Either this is set, my guess this is probably set after the series wrapped up. At this one, because I think when these issues came out, because the series wrapped up around like mid-90s, I think it was. Yes, I think it was. Then we see a turtle in the Dimension X. And there's a bunch of other stuff here. Yeah, and then turtles basically fight this evil turtle from Dimension X. Yeah, and by the way, Usagi basically... By the way, there's no mention of Lord Dragon in this book. But either it's probably later on because she's not wearing her banana outfit she's not wearing. Yeah, for some reason, the Archie book at this point decided to have her not wear that anymore. So then he fights the turtles in his not the same outfit from the show. And then one point, for some weird reason, I'm not sure why, but Krang decides to take over Shredder's body for reasons. And then we have basically this backup story where we have a character drawn like the actor who played Mr. Miyagi from The Karate Kid. Not sure why, but yeah. It's basically like an April backup story. And that was 24. 25 is Bebop and Rocksteady would just... And here's something interesting I've noticed with this book. No Technodrome. No. There was no Technodrome in here. Which I think early on it was featured, but at this point, no Technodrome, which is interesting. Yeah, and Krang takes over. You might think it's Technodrome in Dimension X at this point. Well, not entirely, no. So... Yeah, then basically B Rock setting up this weird location, and then you have a dragon, basically April story in here. Excuse me. Yep. Yeah, something called the Keeper. We have Splinter dealing with like an abominable snowman in the Himalayas, and then the creature is brought to the turtle's lair with an alien. Which I'm like, I thought maybe like one person knew about this place, and that was April. And now April starts wearing her banana suit. Then we have where April's like, I think this might be the April new miniseries, but it's like really quick. Then we have like, ooh, a white ninja. Then we move on to 27, where we have this black guy, and no, this is not Baxter Stockman. Because in the series, Baxter Stockman is a white guy. Yeah. You look at this guy like, ooh, is that Baxter Stockman? No, completely different guy. It's like the user design from the comic, and it's written by Riley Brown, who was actually one of the writers behind Tales TMNT. And he also co-created Leatherhead. You have April basically like out of the city. By the way, no Channel 5 news at this point. Nope, no Channel 5 news. She's like in an area, and of course the turtles don't believe where she is, and then they go rescue her, and then leads into the White Ninja. This is a feature for her. I think it's a brief backup feature for the book, and yeah, and of course you go to Hiroshima, and that's it. Not really much else to say about this book. It is interesting, but I give it roughly 8 out of 10. Okay, so that is pretty much it for this particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, one more video for the I'm Noble. And the comic corner, and it's on to my first anime, which is going to be Case Closed. Okay? There you go. Bye.